Think your lashes have hit their limit? Discover limitless length and full volume with Maybelline Sky High Mascara. The Flex Tower brush bends to volumize and extend every single lash from root to tip. And the lightweight bamboo-infused formula makes lashes feel weightless. Now in 8 bold shades so you can take your lashes to new heights every day. Visit Maybelline.com to shop Sky High Mascara now.
What is Café Mocha? Café Mocha is experts, celebrities.
What's up? This is Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yours truly, Idris Elba.
This is Fantasia.
This is In Vogue.
This is India Ari.
So much more. All from a woman's perspective.
What flavor are you, baby?
This is Café Mocha.
It's Café Mocha with comedian Lonnie Love, hip-hop diva Yo-Yo. I'm the producer, Angelique. This week we have Emmy Award-winning celebrity chef Kardea Brown. She's got a new book full of recipes. Plus, if you're worried about holiday travel, we've got tips on that too.
First of all, we have to dive into this because it's Thanksgiving weekend. We just had the award Emmy-winning chef on the line, Kardea Brown. And Lonnie,
What?
Lonnie, have you watched the cooking show yet? I'm in season 2. We debuted October 16th. Have you got your butt on there and watched your Soul Sister show?
Yeah, Downright Delicious. I only got the app just for Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo.
Okay, all right, because I know you've been on.
I'm trying to understand, since we try to put me on the spot. Well, I ain't been on the show.
Hello?
So I eat the food.
Listen, Lonnie, I already have you in the works. I already talked to the producers. I already said we need Lonnie Love on the show. I already told him, I sent him all your information. You did the worst cook. Now you're the best cook. I said, I need Lonnie. Lonnie's going to talk about health. Lonnie's going to talk about food. Lonnie's going to show us what she cooked. I've been pitching you, boo.
Let me tell you something about your show, though. Seriously, you take the most simplest meals that, like from what I see, and it looks delicious. And you add something because you know how to add the spices. Then you have your stories. Then, you have whoever your guest is. And it's just a whole event. And it's very, very, entertaining. But also that food looks so good. Once you played it, I'm like, dang, that looks good.
I know. And you know what, Lonnie? I have to work on my knife skills. I have to work on my plating. What I love most about this is I asked God to give me a second chance. And I said, God, if you give me a second chance, I'm going to take my mom with me this time. Because in conversation and just me thinking back on my life, I realized that my biggest supporter I left behind. So my mom is on this cooking show. Mama Mia, she is such a gangster on this cooking show, girl. Listen, I can't tell her jack nothing.
I like her more than you. But,
I was just getting ready to say that. I don't pay any attention to the cooking, to the recipe. I just be checking it to your mom, especially on social media.
Wait, listen, my mother, I'm serious. I look at her like, Mom, it's my cooking show. Like, relax. And she looking at me like, girl, get that thing over there and set it over there. I'm just like,
you feel like you're in the kitchen with you two. You know what I mean? And it feels warm, and it feels like, something that you don't see, and that can only happen because of your personality, Yo-Yo, the type of person that you are, being open. There's some people, they do the cooking shows and it's like, okay, I have to have this, and then I have to have that, and then you mix this and you mix that, and then your mama be like, girl,
I don't know how much to put in there. Just sprinkle it on there. And you know what? I love it because, like so many artists who have transitioned into other areas of something else of their life, it gives me a chance to reintroduce myself to a world who's only known me as a hip hop artist, who doesn't know that I'm a mother, who doesn't know that I am a fangirl of my mom, and that I'm really a homegirl. When I'm at home, it's all family for me. I don't party. I am in the kitchen. We are playing dominoes. We are playing spades. Music is going. You come over, I will cook for you. Whether you eat it or not, I will give you a to-go plate to take your food home. So it really is how I am. So for all of our listeners who haven't watched Downright Delicious, we're in season 2. I welcome you to check us out. If you've missed some episodes, we're on Aspire TV Plus, and you can also check us out on Prime Video, and we have season 1 and 2 on there. Yeah, so we're good.
And you cook on the road, downright at Essence. That's what.
I cooked. We did the Essence Festival and we had a suite and we went to the market late night because everything was closed, honey. And I took 2 steaks and an onion and went downstairs and got all of the other condiments that we didn't have and made that thing work with the salt that you had to tear open and the pepper you had to tear open. Honey,
goodness.
we used some hot sauce. We made it work. And let me tell you, people were going to the airport with that food.
Wow. Downright delicious with Yo-Yo on Inspire. Check it out. This is Café Mocha.
On the way, celebrity chef Kardea Brown has a new book on old school recipes.
Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Café Mocha.
It's Café Mocha with Emmy Award-winning talk show host Lonnie Love, hip-hop diva Yo-Yo. I'm the producer, Angelique. Now, we all know her from Delicious Miss Brown on the Food Network. She's got a cookbook that's coming out. Well, yeah, it's coming out. Make Do with What You Have. And Lonnie, I know you want to officially announce her as a brand new Emmy Award winner.
Yes. In October, she won. She's the first African-American woman to win a daytime Emmy for her cooking show.
Woo-hoo.
2 of them.
Thank
for her
you.
as being the host and the show. It's Kardea Brown, y'all. Hey, Kardea.
Welcome to Café
Hey,
Mocha.
y'all.
First
Thank
of
you
all,
so much for having me.
tell me the feeling of winning your first Emmy for your show that you've worked so hard on.
The initial feeling in that moment was I felt like my legs felt like ramen noodles. I got so weak, and just because the feeling of just all the things that I've worked for and all of the unseen silent battles that I had to fight, behind the scenes for it to come to that moment, it felt good.
I want to ask about the behind the scenes battles. Give me just little dirt.
A little.
Yeah, I mean, the people involved can remain anonymous.
Yeah, just in general, being a Black woman in this industry, being a Black woman that is a chef in itself is a challenge because it is a white male dominated field. Mm-hmm. And so coming from Charleston, South Carolina, where you don't really hear about, especially African-American people coming out of Charleston and really making noise in the culinary world, and especially people of Gullah Geechee descent doing things like this is just unheard of. And so constantly I'm always asking for my fair share of the pie and, getting the same type of recognition and appreciation and value that my white counterparts get. And so, they always say we make everything about race, and it really isn't, but it is, because we do have to fight twice as hard for everything. And so everything amounting to that moment, it was just like, I don't need the validation, but while I'm here, I'll take those Emmys.
Well, go ahead, Angelique.
It is about race
all the time.
Because I'm sorry, I know you already said that, but where did the recipes that these white chefs come up with, where did they come from? Who did a lot of who? I'm just asking.
Before we were writing them down.
And I talk about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly. And I talk about that a lot. I say, coming from Charleston, especially where African slaves were brought in to the United States, they were brought to Charleston first. And so I always say that, when you eat that shrimp and grits that you like on your menus, and you eat all of the Southern soul food, it's because it came off the backs of enslaved Africans. Mm-hmm. And so we are the fabric, and we are the fabric of American Southern cuisine. So yeah, a lot of it is gentrified Charleston, West African food.
How did you get your start in cooking?
So I've always loved to cook. I do not have a formal background in the culinary world. I started off in social services. I went to school for psychology, but I've always loved to cook. My mother can cook. My grandmother can cook on both sides of my family. And so I've always loved to cook just as a form of therapy and a form of relief. And so somehow, some way, I ended up on a show in 2014 on the Cooking Channel. And from there, the rest is history. I mean, it's a long story. I won't bore you with that, but I ended up on this show as a home cook. The producer on the show was like, "You have something here that I've never met before, and I think you really should consider being on food television. Look into being a chef. I don't know, something about you, your story, your food, your history. There's something there. I think we should look into, and I really want to pitch you to the Food Network." They pitched me to the Food Network in 2015. They said I wasn't ready. So I quit my career in social services. I started doing pop-up supper clubs just to kind of prove that, hey, I have what it takes. There's something here. And so I kind of worked on my skills as working in the culinary field professionally. And by 2018, I got a green light for a proof of concept with Food Network. They saw the proof of concept. They ordered 12 more episodes, and that started my career with Delicious Miss Brown in 2019.
Congratulations!
Listen, I know. Listen, coming from hip hop, Kardea, Yo-Yo, I am such a fan. Congratulations. Now I don't want to.
Thank you.
I'm not a chef. My slogan is I'm in my second season of Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo on Aspire TV. But my slogan is I'm not a chef. I just love to cook, and I love to watch you cook. I love the Southern style. California girls, we think we're Southern anyway. All of our family come from Texas or Arkansas or anything. But I love the fact that because I cook from recipes, and a lot of my meals on my journey to cooking have come from great recipes. Let's talk about how many recipes did you have to come up with this book, and let us know about your new book.
So my newest book, Make Do With What You Have, I originally wrote and developed 125 recipes. And then my publisher came to me and was like, my editor was like, "Oh, girl, you only needed 100. Okay, well, that's fine. I'll just keep these for the next one. So there's 100 recipes in this book.
It's Café Mocha. We're talking to Emmy Award-winning Kardea Brown, host of Delicious Miss Brown on the Food Network. Her new book is called Make Do With What You Have. Now, it's the holiday season coming up, Kardea. Everybody who grocery shop regularly knows that the price of food is just ridiculous and it keeps going up. Can you help us save money at the grocery stores? Just some suggestions.
It is insane. Just going to the supermarket and getting one bag of groceries, you can easily spend $125, $175. So during the holidays, I always say, if you see a sale, especially on particular cuts of meats, your porks, your chicken, whatever it is, if you see a flash sale, even if it's a few days before Thanksgiving, I'd say go ahead and snag it, put it in the freezer, thaw it out when it's time to prepare for your foods. Try to go with the store brands. I know sometimes people are like, "Oh, I can't get great value this." I have no problem with getting the store brand of something, especially if it's about 50%, 25% cheaper, 10% cheaper than the leading brand. I always believe in, repurposing ingredients, using, if you're going to use macaroni in your macaroni and cheese, use macaroni for another like cold pasta salad or something. Just try to repurpose ingredients and kind of make use of the things that you already have in your house. I know traditionally we want to do the turkey and the dressing and all that other stuff, but whatever you have in your house, use that. If you only have maybe some turkey breasts or some chicken wings in your freezer and you really don't want to go buy a $75, $85 turkey, fry up some chicken. It's still some type of poultry. You don't have to make that big turkey if you don't have it. So just kind of making use of things and kind of making Thanksgiving your own.
Oh, but that would never work in my house. I mean, I swear, Kardea, one time my mom decided she was going to change the type of cheese in the macaroni and cheese. So she did the extra sharp cheddar, and then she added the jalapeno jack. The family flipped out. It was not a good move. Of course, now they absolutely love it. But I mean, what if your family is just resistant to any kind of change to the menu? Do you pass the collection plate around, or, how does that work?
So my grandmother is definitely that. She does not like changes. I told her this year I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do like a seafood fest because we're in Charleston. I want to utilize the fresh seafood. And she said, I know one thing. I better have my turkey, my dressing, my collard greens, and everything else, and my turnips. And so it's listen, it's going to be good regardless. But if you're hungry, you'll eat it.
And that's just something different with women when we're in the kitchen cooking and we've had these recipes and these traditional Thanksgiving dinners. We always try to do something different the matriarchs of the family are like, not over here.
Very reluctant to change, but sometimes change is good.
Yeah, I believe that, Can we get some reminders about the holiday etiquette? Because, Cousin Skeeter gonna always show up to the family dinner with that 2-liter bottle of no-name brand soda. What is some like holiday etiquettes for the family? Mm-hmm. And, this outside of food, what are some of the discussions or some of the things that we could do to have better gatherings together? What's in your opinion, Kardea?
Yeah, so for me, it's showing up on time. If we say dinner starts at 4:00, don't come 30 minutes before. Don't come 2 hours after.
Just stop it. Stop it. Come on now. Come on. That's unrealistic.
I know, but see, my thing is, even if you come a little later, that may be okay. A little later, that may be okay. But sometimes, especially me, like I like to be in my kitchen and I like to do my thing and have everything prepared. Then you have some family members that may come an hour or two early, and then they're all in the way and want to talk and nibble on everything that you cooking. So by the time you look back at your pot, I know for my family, they didn't digged into the macaroni and cheese and all this other stuff. Don't just do me a favor and come just a little bit before time, not too far. But I know, with us, we be on CP time. And so, so if we can try to just be punctual and, also too, keep the peace, even if somebody is not too fond of another person in that moment, just try to keep the peace, at Thanksgiving dinner. And that's really pretty much all. And also too, like the generic brand sodas and stuff. Now I did say that if you wanted to get things like pasta, that's fine. Right. But soda, we're gonna have to get the leading brand on that.
And you know what? For me, can we just shorten the prayer a little bit? God is important, but we pick somebody that gonna shorten that prayer because it's not church service, y'all.
You know what I make everybody do, talk about terrible, is everybody's got to go around and do the what are you thankful for this year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We did that, Lonnie, and my cousin Dion wind up saying a curse word in the prayer.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, no.
It can be a mess. It can be a mess.
That's why you have to pick and choose your list of who comes and who doesn't, because we don't need Cousin Leroy cursing in the middle of the prayer and what we're thankful for.
Exactly. Well, we are so thankful for you, Kardea Brown. We're so proud of you.
Thank you.
And all the strides that you're making, because especially during these times, we need to see that there are still wonderful African-American women in all spaces. Yes. And you're just doing it. So the name of her cookbook is called Make Do with What You Have. And y'all really need to pick that up, because
I'm going to pick it up. I'm picking it up, Lonnie. I'm gonna pick some up. I want you to make sure you get a chance to check out my cooking show, Downright Delicious with Yo-Yo on Aspire TV. I'm in my second season. I'm not a chef. I just love to cook, and recipes like yours out of your book will help me just become the best loving cooker.
She gonna take your recipes and put it on her show.
Okay.
No. Listen.
But
one thing about recipes, Lonnie, and this is what people need to know. Even if you're a great cook, recipes just they enhance your cooking. You always add something, like she said. I mean, for me, I think my entertainment, being able to have my mother on the show, has been so helpful for me during my times where, music just wasn't in my spirit at the time.
I love her book up though when you say this is a recipe from
Listen,
Kardea
and
Brown.
guess what? And because she is a
I'm
soul
your
sister
agent now,
and we have
Kardea.
to support each other without question, I
appreciate that. And congratulations to you on your second season.
Thank you.
Well, she has 10 seasons and 2 Emmys, and you can see her on her Food Network show, Delicious Miss Brown. We've been talking to the one and only Kardea Brown. Thank you so
ladies.
much.
Thank you for having me.
All righty. Take care.
Thank you.
You all take
Congratulations.
Care too. Thank you.
Happy holidays.
Same to you all.
Now, Lonnie.
Same to you. Bye.
Lonnie, you better not ever say anything more about me embarrassing you on the show.
Because you just embarrassed Yo-Yo. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't try to play me out. Don't try to play me
you
out.
You can get off the phone.
Okay, let me tell you something. I'm gone, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all crazy.
We're talking to celebrity chef Kardea Brown. She's got a new book filled with recipes. It's called Make Do With What You Have. More coming up on Café Mocha.
We're at Café Mocha Radio. Socially savvy on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Serving up more Café Mocha on the way. Standing in solidarity from a woman's perspective. It's Café Mocha.
It's Café Mocha with Lonnie Love. Yo, I'm Angelique, and you guys just came back from a really big event, the HBCU First Look Film Festival, which is always exciting. I've never been invited, but Lonnie, tell me how it went.
You know what, Angelique? It was exciting. There were actually 2 separate events. It was the Café Mocha Salute Them Awards, where they saluted Ryan Coogler, who actually came. They had Marseille Martin and Kenny Lattimore and Lynn Winfield and some others. And it was so exciting. It was held at the Howard Theater, and Ryan Coogler was there. He was so honored to get the Global Impact Award. And it just set off the festival. The children, the kids were excited. The students were excited to see Ryan. And, he made a commitment to Café Mocha because we thought he was just going to submit like a video. You know how they be doing the videos, and we got a call from his people, and he said he's coming. It was like, wow, he's coming. So it was hosted. The Salute Them Awards was hosted by Yo-Yo, Lele Muhammad, and John Murray. And of course, the founder and president of Café Mocha was there, Sheila Eldridge, and was able to present Ryan Coogler with that. He just announced that Black Panther 3 will start production. And so it was just a huge shout out, as well as having, Lynn and Marseille and Kenny, be there. But that was like a true highlight for Café Mocha. And then we started the actual film festival. And the first day we had Marseille Martin, who was the creative ambassador. She broke it down and gave a wonderful chat. We had all types of panels for the show. And it was just, like I said, it was just a thing of love. And then the second day, I hosted the actual HBCU First Look Award winners, and I announced the award winners. We had 7 finalists. Okay. They were so cute. They were really, really cute. And if you go to the HBCUFirstLook.com, you can see all the pictures, or you can go on IG. But our first place winner, it was for a movie called Him Plus, is Chaswick Chazam Clark from Florida A&M University won the top prize. The second prize went to Howard University, Destiny Stubbs, and the third prize went to Taylor Drews of Spelman College. This is the third year for the HBCU First Look Film Festival, and it was so many people. Like when we first started that first year, it was like no people at the luncheon. This year, it was packed. I mean, it was packed. The students were excited, and there was an exciting announcement that was made during the festival, and it's that HBCU First Look Film Festival announces a partnership with Tubi. And I am so excited about this. Now, what it's going to be is that we are partnering with Tubi, where they're going to have their own channel. So it'll be the HBCU First Look Film Festival channel. They're going to have like 100 HBCU filmmaker films in that particular channel, and it'll be showcased. So you can go watch the films and support the artists. And this is like a huge deal for Café Mocha and for HBCU First Look. And the whole purpose is to reach audiences worldwide and reinforce the festival's mission to create direct pipeline between HBCUs and the entertainment industry. And, Sheila, our founder, she was so excited. She said, "We are excited to announce that we have formed a partnership and a deal with Tubi, and over 100 films will be airing on the platform once they're submitted through our program. It took us over a year to make this happen, and we are so proud to have a major outlet on board to give our future storytellers that first look." I mean, this is really huge because
that's great. I'm gonna make a film.
What kind of film you gonna try to make? It's not any porn on there. It's not gonna be that.
Starring Lonnie Love.
You know what? Anyway, I want to give a big shout out to Sheila Eldridge and the whole team. You had Alex Hill. You had so many people on her team. Meryl, that really worked hard. You had a lot of volunteers, and they really pulled this off again. It's so hard doing a actual film festival. We had Lee that documented it. Isabella. It's really hard, putting this type of thing together without having a great team of people. We had Sean, and of course you had me, who was also a producer on the award show. So Angelique, you gotta come. This is the thing, because I want everybody to know it's not that we don't invite Angelique.
I'm sorry, what?
Angelique has a day job too.
No, you guys have never invited me. Never.
Angie, are you really gonna say this on air? She
Absolutely.
invited you. She invited you to come. No, yes, she did. She called you and said,
3 days before the event,
ooh,
like an afterthought. It's like, I got one extra room.
Chris, don't even put this in. She's tripping.
Absolutely. I was not invited.
You were invited, and you're always invited.
Last minute, and it does not.
But
when somebody
still,
just like, I ain't got nobody else to go with. Let me call Lonnie. You gonna accept that invitation? I mean, I do that to you all the time. But are you going to accept that invitation?
You invite me to stuff 2 hours before. What you doing? Because I ain't doing nothing. What you doing? Get ready. Be there by 7. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock, Angie. So you got the nerve to talk.
I'm just saying.
You are always invited. This is 15 years of Café Mocha, okay? And 15 years of Café Mocha, it has primarily been Angie and myself. We've had, MC Light. We've had, of course, we still have Yo-Yo. We had other ladies, and, it's always a pleasure to work with someone of Angelique's expertise. She does a lot. She puts the shows together. She helps select the music. She does it, because she loves it. And it's been 15 years, so we do want to properly thank you and say you worth something. So thank you, Angelique, for something. Yeah, okay, you good for something. I'll take you out, buy you a coffee or some $15 pancakes.
Anyway, I'm not even going to respond to that. That's a whole other discussion.
Here's your dose of espresso. Strong, hot news now.
This is the Espresso. Coming soon to Café Mocha, Kenny Lattimore and his wife, Judge Faith, are suing the people that released tons of fake videos lying about their marriage. And one of them lives in Maryland.
He's like a former business coach. His wife is an assistant principal at a school.
What?
He's the one that started it.
Comedian Roy Wood Jr. has a new book about fatherhood, but he also talks about his criminal past.
When you first can use your credit card at the gas pump, they would give you a receipt with your whole credit card number on it and your full name. And we would drive around Tallahassee, snatch them little dangling pieces of paper off gas pumps, order pizzas, and then sell them for half price.
And Tamala Man knows exactly how to deal with people who come to Thanksgiving dinner empty-handed.
You got to tell people, okay, I need you to bring everything that goes into making green beans, meaning you're going to bring onions, you're going to bring smoked turkey necks. So just don't come up here with one can of green beans. Who's that for?
That's the espresso.
This is Café Mocha. Radio from a woman's perspective.
It's Café Mocha with Lonnie Love. Yo, I'm Angelique, and
Tell her why I said 15.
See that you're taking us into a completely different
No. You want to make
happened?
this? Yeah, tell them.
So what happened is, I did this last minute call a friend, male friend. I was like, hey, I'm not doing anything. My schedule changed. It was a date. And my schedule changed. You want to meet me, somewhere, conveniently located to both. He's like, yeah, sure. I'm in a meeting. I already ate, but yeah, I'll meet you over such and such. And we get to such and such. And I got my pancakes and I got my turkey bacon, my eggs with cheese, got the big old glass of milk. He shows up and he just orders a cranberry juice, right? We're talking. He's enjoying my company, touching my skin and whatnot. And a check comes. And he says,
that EBT card wasn't working.
He said, I will pay for my cranberry juice and the tip. And I have friends that would have had, terse words for him. Terse. The whole bourgeois would have come out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay. And I put my card in there and, he put his cash in there and I paid. The pancakes were like $15. It was a $15 breakfast. And, then he's like hugging me at the car and kissing me. I want you to come over to the house.
He paid that tip,
watch this. I was like, I am not worth a $15 plate of pancakes, but you want me to come over to your house? I'm not worth $15.
The question is, did you tell him? Wah, wah.
Well, he's probably listening right now, so. Surprise! This is why you haven't heard from me. And here's the thing, though, Lonnie. You know me. I'm generous. We get perks with the work that we do. And so I've been lovely in treating him to some really cool kind of next level VIP stuff. So it's not like I've been cheap and I've had my nose up and you have to pay for everything. Like, I don't position myself that way at all. So I was highly offended. I remain offended every time this topic comes up. Every time I see pancakes, I just blow up. Anyway, Lonnie, so that's how my dating life is going. Not that anyone asked.
Well, so we're going to keep up with Angelique and her dating life. But we also, again, want to give a congratulations to Café Mocha and the HBCU First Look Film Festival.com. Make sure y'all go to that and look out for the To-Be collaboration coming real soon. This is Café Mocha. We got to find her a man.
Coming soon to the show, we catch up with Tamala Mann and her new cooking show. Plus, former White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says she's done with the Democrats. She's got a new book exposing some of the craziness going on in the White House. On the way, are you worried about holiday travel? We've got tips.
Want a little more of our flavor? Stay right there. It's Café Mocha.
It's Café Mocha with Lonnie Love, Yo-Yo, and Angelique. On the line, Dayvee Sutton is a multi-Emmy award-winning travel journalist and national TV correspondent. She's been seen on everywhere from Good Morning America, the Daily Blast Live, NBC Today, the Drew Barrymore Show. And she's going to talk to us about this holiday travel. So welcome to the show, Dayvee.
Hi, ladies. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Oh, yes. We need your expertise because, first of all, Holiday travel. Okay. First of all, is it safe right now? Because, the government just opened up. And how do we plan for the flight disruptions and cancellations, or what's going on? What you hearing? What's the word?
What's the word on the street or in the travel streets or at the airport, right?
Right.
There is, so this is still going to be, it's still predicted to be a very busy travel season. And yes, I know a lot of people have concerns because of the government shutdown. But I will tell you, I traveled multiple times during the shutdown, and I was one of the lucky ones who didn't see any disruptions. So I'll just start with that as a foundation. And the next thing is that we are still seeing people prioritizing travel, air travel, and because they've just become more intentional with how they want to spend their money. So despite kind of like the forecast of, like there's inflation and a possible recession and people, tightening their purse strings on other matters, people are still choosing to travel.
People are tired of traveling to the same places every year when it comes to holidays. Where are some great places people can travel during this holiday?
Yeah, I always like to say the best place to travel, first of all, is what your budget can actually afford, right? We don't want to go into debt to travel. And before you go anywhere, and I think this is going to resonate with a lot of people with the situation that happened in Jamaica with the hurricane a few weeks ago. Pay attention to global news and community needs. So don't rush into destinations right after natural disasters, with that example of Jamaica. And I bring up Jamaica because they're about to move into their high season. So you want to support those destinations by paying attention to when they actually say it's a good time to come back. And places that are facing over tourism, you want to respect their community. For example, Barcelona, all summer long, the locals were protesting tourism there, and infrastructure strain. It's in poor taste to still push your way through to try to book a trip. So that's why I say pay attention to, you want to pick a destination, just do the extra step to check on what's going on there locally through the news. And then we can talk about some particular destinations. So if you're thinking about like a warm weather place, perhaps on a budget, we talked about the Caribbean. They're about to enter in high season. That means that it's going to be expensive. So an alternate is possibly South Florida's quieter stretches like Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, by the sea, Delray Beach, Mexico. I'm in Mexico right now. So sorry for some of the background noise. I'm taking a pause from the party situation that's going on here.
Right.
But Mexico, there are secondary beach towns like Mazatlan. And then in the U.S. Gulf Coast, Alabama and Mississippi, they have some beaches, guys. They're far more affordable and they're warmer weather and they're great to check out because not a lot of people think about those places. And then I'm going to give you another suggestion. If you're thinking about cozy mountain or cabin getaways, the North Georgia mountains like Blue Ridge, Ellijay, North Carolina has high country, like in Blowing Rock, in the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, Townsend.
Dayvee, when is the best days to schedule like a flight?
Yeah, this is the age-old question, right? And I'll just kind of give you the best time the way that the system works is based off supply and demand. So before there used to be this myth like, oh, book on a Tuesday. That doesn't work anymore because people book 24/7. But the best way the best days to travel, if we just do specifically like Thanksgiving, the best days to fly, that's probably a more reasonable approach. Monday or Tuesday before Thanksgiving is better than closer to Thanksgiving. The worst days to fly is the Wednesday before or the Sunday after. So you want to kind of book your tickets based on those kind of situations. December, the best day to fly, Christmas is December 23rd. And actually, this is my super duper hack. Christmas Day, you're going to find the best deals because why? Nobody wants to fly on Christmas Day. So if you have like a flight that you want to get to, like a family member, and it's like less than 2 hours, try to take that try to look for the first flight of that morning on Christmas Day. You're going to save hundreds of dollars and sometimes the planes are mostly empty. The worst days to fly around Christmas are the 21st, the 22nd, and of course the day right after Christmas. And also the 29th is showing as a routinely the most congested day. As a general rule, morning flights win. Now, this is why morning flights, when Lonnie, you talked about earlier, the canceled flights and situations that can happen during the holidays, less chances for you to have a canceled flight if you are leaving on the first flight of the day. And what happens is, like, if there's some problems with the, a flight coming in late and a delayed flight, it kind of trickles down through the rest of the day, and then other things start to domino from there. So if you can get up that painful early in the morning, sometimes 4 a.m. to get to the airport, you will make your destination. And then also try to book direct flights.
Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. And let's all check on each other. A lot of people didn't get their SNAP benefits last month. A whole bunch of unexpected layoffs this year. A lot of people need help and might be ashamed to ask. So, let's look out for each other any way we can. That's the show. Until next time, you can find us on the socials at Café Mocha Radio. Café Mocha is a production of Miles Ahead Broadcasting in partnership with Super Radio. Executive producer Sheila Eldridge. For comments, booking, or more information, visit cafemocharadio.com.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.